Hi everyone, trust you all are doing well. So what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to work on our tags.index right here. So let's get started. Right, so the first thing we're going to do, under your public folder, you will see images for the tags. If you're using the template, copy all of them. All right, so just copy all the tags just like that, the images, right? And then you go to your storage folder under AMP public tags right here. Just paste them in there like that. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing we do is go to our database, my factories right here under our tag factory. What you do, just add a description right there. Okay, so if you want to, if you don't want to, that's completely fine. Right, it's not going to break anything. All right, let's quickly go to our seeders, our tags table seeder. What we want to do now is, as you can see, the outdoors, just make sure you add the public tags.outdoors. For the create tag, just add, for the health one, just add the health, environment, etc., etc. Just make sure you add them in there. Right, so for the create tag method that we're calling on, this one right here, just make it a string for the name, string for the slug, and string for the image. And then this tag factory, you just reference basically the name, tag, and image. So that's why, like that. Right, so after you've done that, you can just run your seeder again. Okay, all good stuff. Right, so once you've finished, just open up your tag controller. Right, so you will have two tag controllers, one for the admin and one for the pages, and you want the one for the pages. Okay, this one right here. All right, so we're going to return a view to pages tags.index. Okay, but what we want to do is we want to pass all the tags to that view. All right, so let's quickly get all the tags. Okay, and then we just bring in the tag model like that, and we're just going to get all the tags like this. Right, just make sure you bring in the model right there. Otherwise, you're going to have an undefined variable, basically tag not found, basically. Okay. Now, the next thing that I want to do, I want to add a show method in here as well. So just add the show, bring in the tag, and just pass in the tag like this. And I'm just, for the moment, because we're going to work on this one in the next episode, we're just going to pass the return the tag. So if we click on it, right. So the next thing we need to do is update our web routes. So just do that. So web routes, right. In here, you're going to go to your tags one. Right, and what we want to do is we want to create a route, a get route, and this one will be for the tag. Okay, so just pass in the tag variable. Okay, tag controller, and this one will be for the show, or the show method that we just created right here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to pass the tag right here, but just remember, I'm not going to pass in the slug like this because by default, let me just open my tag model quickly. So as you can see right here, the route key name, by default, I'm setting it to slug. So I don't need to specify it right there. Okay, so that's the first thing. So let's quickly go into our tag controller, this one, and let's go to that pages.tags.index, this one right here. So if you're going to go to, if you want to go there manually, under resources, views, pages, tags.index, this one right here. Okay, so now if you're using the template, you will obviously have this. If you don't, you need to create one yourself. All right, so what we want to do now, we can delete all of the rest right here. So all of the other anchor tags except just the one. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to loop over them. So let's just create a for each loop. Just do it for each. All right, so for each tags as tag. Okay, because we're passing all the tags in here. So that's why this tags variable, we're just looping over there. Okay, so just move this up in there. Okay, so just remember, we created in our web route right here, we got a this one right here, we got a tags.show. So that's the route we're going to reference right here. So let's do that. So route, this one will be tags.show. And remember, it's expecting a tag, so we just have to pass in the tag like that. Okay, so let me just give us some room so we can easily see it, because there's quite a lot of styling happening here. So I'm just doing this for readability sake so that you guys don't get confused. Right, so this is the anchor tag with the route right there. The next thing that we want to do is we want to go to the image. All right, so let's just quickly do that. The image will be basically just storage, all right, / and then we just want to concatenate the image. So basically post, not post, tag image path. Right, the image path is the one that we created. Let's go to our tag model, right, in here. So we put image path, or you can just make it image. Totally up to you. Okay, totally up to you. Right, I'm just putting it image. So basically now we need to get to that image right there. And this one, the alt is just going to be the tag name. Right, and obviously the name right here. We can just set that to be tag. Right, so we have our tag name right here. We got our image and we got our tag name for the alt. So in case the image is broken and cannot find it, it will display the tag name right there. And here we got basically the route to that tag right there. So let's quickly see if we can display all the tags. All right, so nothing changed. All right, so all of them look like it was hard-coded, but if we go and hover over image, and let's click on the outdoors one, you remember on the show method, we're just returning the request. As you can see, let me just zoom in this a bit for you guys. Right, so as you can see, it will actually get to that route right there. So I'm just going to minimize this to 100 again. So let's go back and go to the beauty one. As you can see, we're seeing the same thing. So everything, all good stuff. Right, so that's an end of this episode. So what we're going to work on next is we're going to work on the show one. So if we need to display all the posts basically off that tag. All right, so that's what we're going to do next. All right, thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you like it. Feedback, suggestions, all for me in the comment section. I do read them. And especially with the suggestions, I might get to them in the later episodes or add them later on. But I do read them. I do take them into consideration. And thank you guys for watching and see you guys in the next one. Adios.